you go, Nikki Sixx. Life is beautiful. It's the Opie and Anthony show, and of course we got Nikki Sixx in studio.
Good morning, guys.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
A little early for you were saying? You need your coffee?
Yeah, I just need a coffee. No, it's not necessarily early. I'm up with my kids really early, but we've been out on this book signing tour, and it goes from this hour till, midnight every night.
Wow.
Oof. But it's good. Yeah, today I'll be in 3 cities.
Well,
yeah, 1,000 people last night at the Virgin Megastore for the book signing.
Wow, nice.
That's amazing.
You did one in New York already?
Right.
Yeah.
And you're doing other ones in New York?
No, that's it. No,
I think he's Philly tonight, right?
Yeah, Philly, and then I leave for Boston right after that.
Philly tonight, Boston tomorrow, I believe, if I got it right.
Toronto, and then we'll be done on this little run.
Right, and of course you're talking about the book, The Heroin Diaries.
Yes.
A year in the life of a shattered rock star. I got to start by saying The Dirt.
Yeah.
The book you guys wrote together,
yeah.
Motley Crue, all the behind-the-scenes stories. One of my favorite rock books of all time.
It really turned out great.
So I can't wait to read The Heroin Diaries because I got to assume it's going to be just as good, if not better.
I think you're going to really be into it. There's a different perspective. It's like a fly-on-the-wall perspective for one person that's going through an addiction. And then also what was interesting is me reading my own diaries and seeing my own questions inside the diaries, what I was going through, what I was, asking.
Right.
And then later, when I got away from all the drugs and alcohol, that I actually figured that out. But I was asking in the midst of this, chaotic time.
Well, what's amazing, he's got this big heroin addiction and you're still writing in a diary.
Yeah.
That's what I find amazing.
A lot of people do, and actually if you knew me and saw me daily, at any time in my life, you'd get it. I always usually have a binder with me, and I'm always writing in it. I'll go out, and I'll be sitting out somewhere, and I'm just writing. People are like, what are you doing? I go, I'm writing a song. I'm writing, because I'm a writer. It's like I want to take it all in and put it down.
Did you read some of this stuff and go, what is this?
Yeah, what was that guy thinking? Or what was happening around me?
Right.
Yeah.
How are you functional?
That's what I'm
at that level of drug use. Like how did you go out and play and
well, when you read the book, you're going to see that I had to get off of the heroin to get on tour. Mm-hmm. But then other things come in. So there's the debauchery, and there's you're going to really dig it because everybody in the band gets to talk about it, and ex-girlfriends and ex-managers and ex-record company people, other musicians. Like
they finally say what they want to say years ago when you were going through that, probably.
Exactly.
Because they probably didn't have the balls back in the day to go, hey, dude, you're ruining everything. Yeah. They just let you do your thing, probably.
And it was hard to get people to be honest. Because they don't want to hurt your feelings.
Right, yeah.
So now, it's like a guy's going to go, yeah, dude, you're a jackass back then.
Right.
And they're mostly going to say, nah, man, you were a little bit of a pain in the ass, but you're great now. And I'm like, that's not going to help the book. That's not going to help people that have addiction problems if we're going to just fluff around this thing.
Yeah, tell me what I was doing and how you felt about it.
Exactly. And that way other people can relate to that.
I've read so much great stuff. It's like, Nikki, you lived like a rock star. I mean, when I think of rock star, I think of a guy who did nothing but drugs and bang chicks. And it's like, that's what he did all over the world. It's like, there's just such a...
Well, you can't just do it in L.A. I mean, you got to take it everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. If you're not going to abuse them in Japan.
Otherwise, you're a local band.
One of my favorite stories from Dirt, I think it was you. They thought you were dead in Japan or something. They threw you in a dumpster.
That would be London. If we got to get our geographics right.
That's when I was like, wow, I can't put this book down. They thought he was dead. Who thought you were dead? The people you were partying with?
Dealers, yeah.
Dealers and stuff. So they're like, oh, man. And they just threw him in a dumpster in London.
Well,
and left him there.
I think it's pretty funny, and no one wants a dead rock star. I don't think anybody wants a live rock star, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's bad enough.
You don't want to have to deal with that. Just put him in the dumpster.
Yeah, just be done with him.
And what happened?
You just find him.
You just woke up in the dumpster?
No.
I'm going to go get coffee and a bagel or something?
Yeah, that sounds good, actually. I'll get a bagel right now. I mean, you read about it. You get it. You overdose. They don't think you're going to come back. They need to get rid of you. It was cool because in the book... I get to talk about that stuff, but also what it's like now. Mm-hmm. What it's like now being a single father, raising these kids, doing for my kids what my dad never did for me.
Right.
And, I'll never say, first, I'll never apologize for any of the craziness that Motley Crue did back in the day. And still, I'm just not going to apologize because that's who we are. But,
but how do your kids listen to you? When you try to tell them to do something, you're like, Dad.
No.
And then they show you like page 78 and 3rd. I'm going, stop. I can't
right.
listen. No,
Well,
seriously.
No,
but how does that work?
No, I mean, we have a really open, relationship, and we talk about everything. And for my kids, the same thing as I tell kids. Like last night at the book signing, they come up and they want to know how to get off drugs, or they're saying they just got out of treatment, or their brother or their father died from heroin use or coke use. And for me, I don't want to be a preacher. I don't want to stand up and be some like goody two shoes guy. I just want to say, this is what's behind door number 1. This is what's behind door number 2. You can pick it.
Do you still get the urge?
No, absolutely not.
Really?
No.
You off everything now? Like drugs, alcohol, everything?
Yeah, everything. But I mean, I work it pretty hard, It's just like part for me of this book, I give proceeds of this book to Covenant House, which there's one right here in New York City. Yeah. And they do amazing stuff for these kids that are on the street. And it resonates for me because I ran away as a teenager myself.
So how do you replace that urge?
I'm an extremely creative person. I mean, I do photography. I have a clothing line called Royal Underground. I have a new band, 6 a.m., and the soundtrack to the book. I'm writing a novel. I'm, writing and producing.
So you're just trying to keep busy.
Not trying.
Not yet. Jesus.
Trying.
Wow.
Well, I just mean, because
he's keeping busy.
Well, Jimmy got sober at 17? 18.
Yeah.
18, he knew that this was not for him.
Yeah.
So I replaced it with prostitutes. It was good.
Yeah, that worked out for you?
Not well, no. But it's that same mania you put into the one.
Yeah.
So if you're putting that into creativity, it's like you're going to get a lot of stuff done.
Well, that prostitutes, that'd be kind of like gambling.
Yeah, in a way. Who needs condoms? Come on, help me.
Snake eyes.
Oh, damn, crapped out.
Had a few of those under a dress.
We're interviewing you now.
Yeah, we have for many years. I didn't mean to downplay, but it seems like it would be maybe easier if you just keeping yourself busy being a creative person.
It's not keeping myself busy so much.
I don't understand is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. One thing about the word recovery, people think, oh, someone's in recovery, okay, they lost their balls. And to me, what I recovered through recovery was actually everything that I'm doing now. Mm-hmm. You get like messed up, you get sidetracked, and I just want to be the best artist I can be and do the best stuff. And I still want to go around the world and blow stuff up. And I'm single, so that means that the world's my playground right now.
Did you ever see, like back maybe during a moment of clarity back then, yourself as you are right now? Or did you think like that was just an impossibility that you would be clean and just...
Exactly. I was just on Capitol Hill, talking in Washington, D.C. Most surreal thing ever. I was thinking to myself, what the hell?
Yeah, right. Wait, how did I end up here?
I'm standing there. I'm sitting next to Congressman Patrick Kennedy. I'm with NADAC and SAMHSA. I'm with Dr. Wesley Clark. We're doing satellite tours. They're using me as a reliable source to what goes on in the street and the getting out of it, and I'm using them and working with them on all their statistics and all their ability to reach mass media and kids. I'm sitting up there in a tie. Had skulls on it, but it was still a tie.
It's a tie.
And I'm thinking that actually I was nervous.
Yeah.
Like I don't get nervous to go on stage or anything, but I was like, this is really important, moment right here. I can actually do something different where you can say, you can still kick ass, you can still rock, and you don't have to be the clown.
Right.
You can do both. You can still have a great time. You can still do all the chicks. You can still, drive the coolest cars. You can do it all. You can be rock and roll 200% and not do that stuff. So if you do that stuff, if you drink, you do drugs, and it works for you, man, hats off. I think it's just great. Me, can't do it. Mm-hmm. I'm just definitely the guy you don't want to be doing that.
It's interesting because the Crew is it was the definitive rock band of the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys were it after you guys, everybody wanted to look and sound like that.
Yeah. We apologize for that.
As you, yeah, there are a couple that are like, wow.
Yeah. But dude, you missed the whole idea there.
Yeah, not every rock star could pull off the mascara and stuff.
Yeah.
Man. That's what he's getting at.
As you look back on that, and then see where you are now and the rest of the guys, because we've spoken with the rest of the guys in the band and stuff. It's such different personalities. I think everybody just puts you, because you mentioned clown. Everyone kind of puts Motley Crue in this category and assumes everybody is the same in the band. You're all just, chugging down the Jack Daniels, man, and, snorting coke off hookers' backs and everything like that. And then you talk to you guys individually, and you're such different people.
Yeah, well, that's what makes the band, actually, is that we are all so different. We listen to different music, we're different personalities. And we actually should never have got together as a band because it makes no sense. But I think some of the greatest bands are like that.
Yeah,
you look at the Who. You look at those 4 guys and you go, those guys should never even talk to each other, much less be in a band. But it makes one of the greatest bands in the world. So
the great moment with you and I think Mick Mars was when you were on Ozzy's "Don't Blame Me," and you guys were talking about the old tour that you did with him, where he came out on a dress, and just like the back and forth debauchery between Motley Crue and Ozzy, and I think it was '84. You guys toured him on "Shout at the Devil."
Yeah, "Shout at the Devil," and he had "Bark at the Moon." It was insane.
Yeah, that's two bands that should have never toured.
83,
no, 83, 84. Yeah, Sharon actually, she basically banned us from our own dressing room. Anywhere we went, there was like watchful eyes of Sharon Osbourne. I remember at one point I said, Sharon, I go, I got to get laid. And she goes, why are you talking to me? I go, you won't let anybody backstage. And I kind of, pulled the poor baby band puppy dog eyes on her. And so she goes, one time and one time only. And she grabbed my hand. I got to walk her out to, the front row, and I go, I'll take that one. And, and so I got one, and the rest of the guys in the band are like, how'd you do that? I go, man, I've been working on it for weeks. I'd be like, hi, Sharon. Hi.
She was that strict where you couldn't get anybody backstage.
Listen, man.
Yeah, he just went shopping. I want that one.
Yeah. Ozzy's got to get permission to jerk off. I mean, she is the boss.
Yeah.
The boss.
But she's great, though, because
she's wonderful, and so is Ozzy.
She's a tyrant in a way, and very sweet in a way, but she managed that maniac for all these years. She took Ozzy from, and he's laying in a hotel with a pizza box on his chest, and he's stoned out.
Oh, listen, how she did it, I don't know. I remember one time we were on tour, and Mick Mars decided to hit on Sharon.
Oh, no.
Right? So a few years ago, I had lunch with Sharon. I said, hey, remember the time Mick Mars kind of hit on you? And she goes, yeah. She goes, yeah. She goes, I don't even sleep with my husband. Why would I sleep with Mick Mars?
She has a sexy vibe, though. I met her twice, and there's a sexy vibe coming off her where you could kind of misinterpret, wow, she kind of digs me, but that's just, you're oh, yeah, now I see why Ozzy.
Well, they just moved into my neighborhood. So to the left, Ozzy and Sharon live. I live in the middle, and on the right lives Alex Van Halen. So I think what me and Alex are going to do is we're going to TP their house. And the rest of the neighborhood, Stepford Wives.
Yeah.
It's really scary in there.
Beverly Hills?
No, it's way out in the middle of nowhere. When they told me Ozzy moved in there, I go, he's going to lose his mind because it's like paint drying out here.
Really?
Yeah.
When you bring up the whole, you just point and go, I want that one thing, with the chicks and stuff back in
you do
those days and everything. Oh, yeah, all the time as radio DJs, we just do that.
We say, I want that one, but it ends there.
It's just one of those.
We have our choice of fatties. It's awesome.
We love the piglets.
The ones you spit on? Those are the ones I'm like, come on, just let me give you the first 3 digits of the number. I'll figure the rest out.
I'll figure it out.
You guys, you must have just sat back and thought to yourselves in the dressing room or just hanging out writing and stuff. Did you just look at each other and go, wow, how the hell did this happen? And did you ever expect to be that huge? Because you guys were just the hugest rock band, man. It was the videos all over MTV.
Yeah. Livewire, one of the first ones banned from MTV? When you guys did Livewire, that was a banned video, I think.
I don't think that was banned yet. Coffee.
I remember they had to change the rules to one of their countdown shows because Home Sweet Home. Yeah. Every goddamn week, it was just.
What was interesting is, rock and roll, all music. To be honest with you, jazz, funk, everything goes up and down in popularity. And rock had, peaked at a certain point and then gone down and reinvented itself. So we went to go back out to do the last tour, the Carnival of Sins and the Red, White, and Crew tour. All the promoters, they're like, this is never going to work. So we rented all the buildings ourselves, promoted it ourselves, and sold the whole thing out in 5 minutes. It was unbelievable.
Good.
So I mean, 5 years later, we're still selling out arenas. It's a pretty cool thing.
That is awesome.
Then to be able to do a new band and a book and.
Well, let's go to Sue in Connecticut. A huge fan.
All right.
Sue, we got Nikki Sixx in studio, the Heroin Diaries. I think there's a book signing tonight at the Borders on Broad Street in Philly at 7 o'clock. All right, what do you got, Sue?
Nikki, I have been a fan of yours since I was 15 years old. I've been following your career for as long as I could remember. You are awesome. I just finished a book at 3 o'clock this morning, and it was amazing. I learned a lot more than I did before I knew you. I will continue to support you. Your career you've come a long way. I just wanted to let you know that.
She had to snort coke to stay up till 3 to read it.
I love your
Ironic.
line. It's amazing. The CD, 6 a.m., is also amazing. I can't wait to see you guys on tour. I saw you on Red, White, and Crew, and I had a huge banner in the second row, and it was just amazing. And I just need to tell you that you have a fan for life.
Yeah, but did you ever go backstage?
I never had the chance to meet them. I would.
That's good for you.
Know what that means?
Yes, your memory wouldn't be as fond.
They've got me through a lot of hard times in high school. My classmates nicknamed me Motley Sue, and to this day is still in my yearbook, 1988. And
Were you at the book signing last night?
I couldn't make the book signing because I called Virgin Records and they told me I had to buy the book from them, and I already had the book.
So buy it again and meet Nikki Sixx. What's the matter with you?
Let me tell you, if I could have
obviously not that big of a fan.
Nah, that's cool. Thank you.
I am
Thank
a
you.
huge fan.
Well, you got a question though? Something? You like the book? Like what did you like about the book?
I loved everything about the book. I sympathize with you, everything that you've gone through. I didn't realize that you had a second sister, Lisa, and that really touched my heart. I'm just so happy that it didn't take you over. The drug didn't take you over. I'm glad that you survived. I come from an alcoholic family, and I can sympathize.
Yeah, so you get it when you read the book. You understand that part of it. Well, thank you very much. And those are kind words.
Yeah, and basically Nikki's saying stop stalking him.
Buy the book, Chisler. How do you, well, Nikki, I was going to come see you, Nikki, but the Parkway toll is 35 cents. Just buy another copy.
Water.
Yeah, you could have met him.
Nikki needs water. What is with our staff?
I will try to meet him on the next tour. I'm going to have a huge banner. I'm going to get front row. I've got a picture of him that a friend drew for me who's an artist that I wanted to give to him yesterday, but I just,
God.
I'm a single mother. I couldn't be down there with another $40, I'm sorry.
Aw,
Thank you.
Single mom.
Hey, thank you.
All right.
This is, by the way, I got to say, this is a beautiful book. Like, I mean, it's like you see a book. A lot of times people like kind of cheap out on it. This thing is like a 20-pound, 400-pound color.
Nice glossy
with
cover.
Glossy pages, and like I can't stop smelling this book.
A lot of blood color in it.
Blood color, different
Yeah,
color
we're
fonts.
actually
This
going to
is really
do
well done,
art showings with lithographs of all the artwork around the country. We're getting a lot of demands for that, like blowing the art up real big. It's the guy Paul Brown, who's an amazing photographer and producer and art director. He did that, and he's so talented.
Yeah, it's like you feel like you're buying something like worth reading. It's like it's just beautifully done.
The photo session on the front, what we did was we covered my face with like muscles and basically a face on top of my face, and then put the skin back on it, and then we razor bladed that face and split open so you could see like the inside of my face, and it's just like I'm rotting there. And I said, that's what was happening.
Hey, that's pretty cool. And listen, we got to take a quick break. More with Nikki Sixx after the break. The Heroin Diaries is the book we're talking about.
And
right?
the book signing is tonight at 7 o'clock at the Borders in Philly.
Broad Street in
Philadelphia. Get there early. Don't show up at 6:50 and expect to meet them.
There you go.
Get there early.
It's Opie and Anthony.
That's great.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Nikki Sixx in studio today.
Hey.
The book, The Heroin Diaries, a year in the life of a shattered rock star. Getting rave reviews. People are picking it up. If you liked The Dirt, the book Nikki Sixx did with his band, Motley Crue, of course, you're going to love this one as well.
And there's great commentary. Like every page you open, there's something really cool, like Doc McGee. There's a great line here about when you were with Vanity. He said, Nikki was into Vanity because she just come out of the whole Prince thing. Rock stars are star effers. Nikki might just as easily have grabbed Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies.
What was great is sitting down with all these people before they did their commentary and saying, be as brutal and honest as you can, because it's part. There's a lot of humor in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of There's good stuff and bad stuff. I mean, it's
anyone you want to punch in the face, go, oh man, dude.
The only people I was like, I almost took a couple people out of the book because they were being too nice. Oh, I was like, come on, dude, get real.
You remember, yeah.
Tell the truth. and a lot of people, to be honest with you, which, I can't even believe it, would return my calls, certain artists, and would say, yeah, man, I want to be involved. Proceeds are going to a charity. That's really cool, Nikki. You're doing this thing for the kids on the street, and it's going to help people. And then they would go AWOL. Because then I'd get a phone call from a manager. Well, they did the same stuff as you, but they don't want anybody to know.
Yeah.
And I go, that's why you're in the wimp section, in the music stores. It's like, come on, man.
Hey, we went to get the wiffle ball bat.
Yeah,
as soon as we went to break, we're like, Nikki, you gave us one of the greatest bits ever.
Yep.
Motley Crue.
And it went on to become legendary.
Legendary.
Yeah.
We finally had to retire the wiffle ball bat. We're showing you some of the pictures in the background.
Yeah, look at that.
Basically, it's a takeoff on one of the things you guys used to do backstage with, what was it? Well, you can't say what it was. It was
it was just this thing.
It was a marital aid.
Yeah, they call them marital aids.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah, but it looked like two of them glued together, let's say.
And it kind of did a tug-of-war type of thing.
Yeah.
It's like a Siamese twin kind of.
There you go. Siamese twin. Oh, look, it's being presented like it was Babe Ruth's bat.
It was a tug-of-war thing. I just want to set it up, and the girl that got to the middle first in this tug-of-war competition won some kind of favor from Motley Crue. So,
I hope that thing, is that sealed under there? Because
no, it just slides right out.
It slides right out.
Don't touch that thing.
Yeah, don't touch it. Don't even look at it.
It's in glass, though. That's been retired. That bat hasn't been used in probably 2 years now, 2.5 years.
I think that needs more of like a trophy case.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. You guys aren't doing that justice.
You have. Look, he's scared.
Oh, yeah,
don't worry, you won't catch anything.
I don't believe it.
It's kind of under glass.
There's like seepage out the side.
Yeah, out the sides. You don't point it at him.
So, you guys called it the Motley Crue Challenge, and we called it the Wiffle Ball Bat Challenge.
Yeah, I think you guys took it one step. You took it one step higher and took it, all around the country. So, you guys are kind of like rock stars.
And just like you, we kind of grew up and realized, we got to stop this, or we're not going to be able to do a radio show anymore.
That's right.
We finally realized that it wasn't a good thing. And then Ann and I talk, and we're like, we can't believe we used to do this on regular radio.
Yeah.
Amazed. I mean, look at the
changed.
pictures. How do you even describe that on regular radio?
Things have changed, haven't they?
They have. But you guys, you have a forum for your insanity somewhere out there that we know about.
Nikki, a lot of people are requesting that. Did you have
I was just going to talk about the girls on the road and stuff. Obviously, you guys, legendary. Do you even have an idea of a roundabout figure as far as numbers go? Or was it just a blur? Or was it just
I'm a bass
every
player.
night?
I can't count past 4.
Yeah, right.
Let's take a call. You see how I dodged that?
Hey, you really did dodge it.
I'm good, right?
That just means so many.
All right, then let's play this for Nikki. A lot of people are requesting this today. It's one of our favorite clips.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they come at the Palladium in Los Angeles. They're back together, their first live get-together in 5 years. The Motley Crue.
That was one of the greatest intros ever, man. We had to have played that 20
great.
times.
Larry's great.
Their get together like it's 4 old ladies in a coffee club.
The Motley Crue. I love that part.
I wanted to change the name of the band after that.
To the Motley Crue.
The Motley Crue.
Oh God.
He's classic,
oh yeah.
He actually knows a lot of the songs, believe it or not.
Did he really?
Yeah, we were talking about it.
Because when we were watching the interview and everything, it was a big thing.
Yeah.
So we're watching it and just going, "Oh my God, Larry is hysterical. He's just the Motley Crue."
He's great. That's one of my. I've got a few things that I've always had on a list that I've wanted to do. One was to play with the Rolling Stones. We did. One was to play bass in Aerosmith, and I got to on my birthday. I got to play on this last tour with Motley Crue and Aerosmith. Got to play bass on stage with them. And then, another one is to as an artist, alone, not as a band member, to go on Larry King's show. Mm-hmm. So that's when I hear that, it's just like
the Motley
Crue. Yeah.
Let's go to Chicago. Steve has something for Nikki Sixx. Steve, what's up?
Hey boys, what's going on?
Hey man.
Hey.
Yeah, I was just calling. I've been a heroin addict for about.
Whoa, hey.
Oh, I can't say that.
Well, we just want everyone to be able to hear you. So Steve's calling from Chicago. You've been on heroin for a long time?
Yeah, actually, I've been in the methadone clinic for about a year and a half now, but
That's hard to get off.
Actually, that's what I was calling for, man. I was wanting to know how you actually started living your life after you quit. You know what I'm saying? And were you still in the band at the time, or?
Yeah, I was. Have you been in treatment?
Actually, I haven't really been to a therapist or anything, but I have a counselor at the methadone clinic who was an addict for 30-some years or something like that, who was trying to help.
Do you have insurance?
No.
So you can't get treatment?
No,
so you have to do outpatient.
I've been here for, what's that?
So you have to do outpatient stuff like methadone?
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Actually,
Right.
I've been there for a year and a half, though, and it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. You know
There's supposedly, and I can't speak really knowing, but I've been talking to some people when I was in Washington, D.C., and there's some opiate blockers that are available now. But you can take them, and that'll help you wean off of the methadone. That's the hardest thing to get off of, even more than the heroin.
Yes, sir.
Because it's synthetic and it gets into your bones, as you know.
It's ridiculous. I go there. I wake up at 6 in the morning. I can't even sleep in no more. You know what I'm saying? It wakes me up almost.
Yeah.
So it's just ridiculous. I was just seeing what somebody in your position. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's looking up to you to be on your game or whatever.
This is what I would suggest. This is what I'd suggest, just from my experience, is find a way to block the opiates somehow so that you can get some clarity, whatever you have to do, and then get yourself into some kind of a therapy program so you can figure out what it is that's driven you there in the first place. Because you take the drugs away, bro, you're just going to feel bad. You got to figure out what's making you feel bad so you can get on with your life.
You're exactly right, because I've been sitting there. It's so damn hard to say you're going to quit forever, too. That's the main thing I'm having a problem with, you know what I'm saying?
Get that out of your head. That's just being stupid.
It is.
It's just being stupid.
Right,
I've had relapse because of that exact thought. I remember going, well, when I'm 70, I'll be sitting on the beach with a margarita, and I'm going, okay, I'm 30, and I'm saying, so I got 40 years till I can drink again, and then I'm just pissed. So what you should do today is just, you've already been to the methadone clinic today, is just you need to do anything and everything in your power to get something to block that or wean off of that, and then get off and change all your friends and change where you live and get into therapy, bro, and you can do it.
Man, I appreciate it. Hey, you coming to Chicago anytime too with that book?
I was just through there.
Chicago?
Yeah.
Oops.
Of course you were.
You missed it.
Yeah, you missed it there.
Hey, good luck, bro. Good luck.
Thank you guys, man. I appreciate having me on, man.
All right.
Hey, man, can I just, before we go there, because I say there's a lot of entries about the Park and Meridian Hotel, which is right across the street from where we are.
You haven't been there in a long time.
It's from 87, and it's like you're just talking here about Vanity showing up. Like, I know she's going to say something to embarrass me, and I'm like, even when you're a rock star, you got to worry about the broad running her mouth and embarrassing you. It's like it doesn't.
Yeah, but you know what? If she wrote the book, she'd say, Nikki's going to show up. I hope he doesn't say anything to embarrass me.
This is great, though. This is really honest, man. This is really, really interesting.
Did you find out what got you on heroin? Like you gave that guy advice and said, you need to do that. Was it your childhood or something?
You know what? It sounds new age and sounds kind of goofy, especially sitting here being a bunch of guys. But what it was for me was I call it peeling the onion. And you get back all the way to the core. My mom left my dad left when I was 3. Never knew the guy. Only ever heard he was a jackass. That's all I ever heard about the guy. So I'm growing up going, yeah, my dad's a jerk. And then my mom, she basically was wild, and she left about when I was 6.
Wow.
So then I'm with my grandparents, so I'm going, okay, so dad's a jackass, mom don't care. And then as my grandparents were moving around, and I didn't even know what that did to me.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, did you have any clue that was screwing you up in any way, shape, or form? You just thought,
No, and then later you start, going that girl will fulfill that feeling. That drug will fulfill that feeling. That amount of success will make me feel like I didn't have those feelings. And, then all of a sudden everything blows up and we're like, the wiffle bat kings of the world. And all of a sudden one day I'm sitting there and the bottom starts to fall out. And I don't know what it is. And then, you get through it and you go, okay, let's go all the way back. Like I told the guy, get off the drugs, get to the core, and then live your life. It's not so hard. It's hard, but it's not so hard. You know what I found out? I talked to these kids, and I work with the kids at Covenant House, and these kids have it hard. The guy we just talked to, he has it hard. He's been on methadone for years. Living in the street, that's really hard. You know, I'm very fortunate. When I peel the onion back, I go, okay, I got some issues. Yeah, I was a runaway. Yeah, I had to sleep on people's couches. Yeah, I had to sleep in some pretty weird places. Yeah, I had some mixed up feelings and hormones and teenage angst. But in the end, I got to get to the core of it. It wasn't so bad that it was worth to kill myself over. And that's what, you know, kids find out. I tell you what, if you wait till you're 30, you got 30 years of onion to peel. And if you wait till you're 40, you got more. And if you do it when you're a teenager, it's a lot easier than waiting till you're like the guy we just talked to, who's like, man, if I would have cut this off when I was 11, 12, 13 years old, I wouldn't be having to call in and say what I'm saying. He would have been able to deal with it then and get on with it.
Have you ever met your dad?
Never met him.
Do you know where he is?
In a grave.
Oh, okay.
I found his grave. And you know what? I went there to piss.
Did he know what you became?
Nope.
No clue.
Nope.
And you went there to...
I went there to piss on his grave. I finally found him. I went there to piss on his grave, and I just looked down and I said, you know what? I forgive you. Actually, you blew it, because I'm a pretty good son. And I walked away and I let go of it. And I've forgiven my mom. You know, we made amends. Life's good. But I got kids of my own. I don't have time to be, mucking around in the past anymore. I got to stay in the present.
This is a little strange because we got Howie. Howie.
Hey, how you doing?
We're Howie Mandel from Deal or No Deal. We got Nikki Sixx from the Motley Crue in studio.
The Motley.
We're talking about addiction.
Hi, Nikki.
How you doing? How's Hidden Hills?
Too bad. Congratulations on the book, man. I've been listening to your tour. I'm going out to buy the book today, and congratulations on your life and turning that around.
Thank you.
You guys know each other?
Well, we live in the same neighborhood.
Wow. You guys.
I've been being nice, because Ozzy moved in there, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Ozzy's in my backyard.
Oh, dude. I'm so sorry.
He's literally in his backyard. He can't get him out.
I've been being respectful and haven't been telling everybody you live there now, but we're TPing you now.
Yeah. You'll know who it is now.
This is a wild neighborhood. You got Nikki Sixx, you got Ozzy, you got Howie Mandel. Who was the other person? I forgot.
One of the
and Alex Van Halen.
Who else lives in there, Howie?
Melissa Etheridge is here.
Oh, she does.
I'm the only one that can't play a lick of music.
No. It's a bunch of musicians and Howie.
No, that's actually not true. That'd be two of us.
Damn, Howie. Well, you got your, what is this, a live show?
Yeah, live Deal or No Deal tonight.
Tonight we're giving away $1 million live, and we're starting this $1 million mission where every time somebody doesn't win the million, we're going to add another case. So tonight may be the night. So if the person tonight doesn't win $1 million, we're going to bring on another person, and then there'll be 2 cases out of 26, and then 3 cases out of 26, and 4. We got to give away this $1 million.
You a little nervous about the live thing?
No, because it's just like people don't realize this. I'm doing this radio interview live.
Oh, wow, I didn't even think of that.
Good point, sir.
We stand corrected. I didn't know we were live. I'm feeling nervous now.
Yeah, now I'm all nervous too.
I'm all nervous.
Thought we tape this every day. Played it at noon.
Howie, you ever do heroin with Nikki Sixx?
No.
No.
But we've got that recovery thing in common.
Yes. Well, I don't know. From OCD, I don't know if that's the same. I have OCD. I'm not recovering. I just can't get over it. But why, Nikki?
I was kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, you were kidding?
You know what? You know what's the worst thing is? When a bass player tries to be funny with a comedian. It's just like, and then he gets all serious and he's
because Howie's like, what does he know? What does he know?
You actually got nervous.
He got nervous.
I've been listening to you, so you've been on that coast for a couple of days. You've acclimated to that time. For me, it's like 5:45 in the morning. I don't even know what I'm saying.
I know exactly.
Hey, Howie, with your OCD issues, have you ever even just shared a someone, or would that be just insane?
No, I've never actually shared, and in my younger years, I've never.
That's what I mean. In your younger years, of course.
Yes, I never shared. I wouldn't share anything. It was all me.
Me.
It was all me. I'm actually. It's early in the morning here, and I'm locked in. And my wife just bought me this coolest thing. I got this Brill toilet thing. I got a new thing where you wave your hand over it, and the plastic goes around the seat automatically.
That's a new thing that went on your new cool toilet.
I got to explain to Nikki. We had Howie on, I guess, last week, and we were obsessed with this toilet.
He's got the coolest toilet.
He's got the coolest toilet. He stayed in the presidential suite of one of these hotels in New York, and there was this toilet where the lid goes up automatically.
Yeah.
You don't do nothing but just sit there.
But is it as cool as the ones in Japan?
That's exactly the one it is.
Oh, I hate you. I wanted that.
The Toto?
You live right near and just go over and take a dump.
Can I go?
Oh, yeah, right.
Can I come over?
You come over and look at it. You know,
Look at it.
the thing is that my wife said I was going to buy a bunch of them, and I said I want to put one in the guest, we have the guest bathroom downstairs, and she said she doesn't want people lingering. Like people are going to come over to our house just to crap.
Well, I mean, if Ozzy hears this, he's coming over.
Yeah, you got to watch that too. I bet that's not.
Yes.
But
Did the people
that's a
from
mess.
Meal Rest or Toto call you from last week? Because you guys deserve free toilets for the.
I think they should be shipping some toilets to us.
You know, you got to put me on that list because every time I go to Japan, as soon as I get into the hotel, I just go sit down on that toilet. And I'm like, this is I made it. I don't care. I don't care about the garden. I don't care about the Staples Center. It's the toilet.
The
But you know what?
toilet is where it's
watch,
at.
You don't press the front wash. That's the big problem. I accidentally pressed front wash.
It works you like a speed bag.
That's got to hurt a little bit.
It did, and I didn't want to get up because I didn't want to soak the room.
He loves his toilet, but it sounds great.
All right, we're running out of time on this part of the show. There, Howie, the big headline Deal or No Deal is live tonight, and you're going to be giving away that $1 million sooner than later,
and
right?
The $1 million mission starts tonight. We'll keep adding, so keep watching. Nikki, congratulations on the book. I'll see you back in the hood.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Bud, for calling. Good luck on that tonight. Good luck.
Bye-bye.
All right,
See
there
you,
he
man.
is. Howie Mandel.
He's a great guy.
He's becoming a regular on the show. We love the guy.
He's so funny, man.
He's nuts, and we love that about him.
Yeah.
He told us a great story once about how he was, he has these panic attacks, and he had his child in the car with him, and something happened. Remember that? And he was trying to walk. Oh, his kid had to go to the bathroom.
So he parks on the side of the highway.
On the side of the highway, but there was kind of a big steep drop off, and he kind of rolled down the hill, and he was trying to come back up, and he's having a panic attack. He thought he was having a heart attack.
Well, because the OCD issues, his child there, I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, was just doing what a little person would do. All over Howie.
Yeah.
As he's falling down the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to get to a point where the kid could do what it had to do. But
Seeing him, knowing him, you would just start laughing.
Yeah.
Like, not at him, just at the irony.
Yep.
All right, we got to get the big plug in. Nikki Sixx, he's always a great guest. The Heroin Diaries, A Year in the Life of a Shattered Rock Star. It's getting really a real good buzz on this book.
And check out the record, too, because we scored a soundtrack to the record, and I started a new band called 6 a.m. around it, and we got a big hit single.
You know,
right
we
now.
played a little taste of that, and someone wrote on Instant Feedback. They had no idea that was your band. No clue. Because you're calling it 6 a.m.
It's called 6
But
a.m.
you're spelling 6, S-I-X-X.
Yeah.
So. And Nikki,
did anyone ever tell you there's only one X in Sixx?
Oh, now I find out we're not live, and I misspelled my name.
You misspelled your name for so long.
And I got a girl's first name, so it's like see, I should have never made it.
Yep.
Send me back to the farm.
And NikkiSixx.net with 2 Ks and 2 X's.
And the book signing is tonight in Philadelphia Borders on, what street is it on?
Broad Street.
Broad Street. I think it's a 7 o'clock signing. And then tomorrow afternoon, is it in Boston?
Yeah, Borders Downtown Crossing. 1 o'clock tomorrow in Boston.
The book is it's a great book, and it's honest, and it's really funny, and he lets people slam them. Nobody writes a book where they let people slam them, which is just the 2 Doc McGee things I've read already. I love this book.
Yeah, I can't wait to read it.
Hey, thank you guys. I've had a blast as always, and next time I come back, I'll come back and hang out, and we'll see what trouble we can get into.
All right, very cool.
Absolutely.
Nikki Sixx, everyone. If you're not joining us over at XM, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.